concerns I do have is on primary care doctors, because one of the goals here is to get people into preventative care and to make sure they're getting their checkups, that they are, doing what they need to do to avoid the onset of diabetes. And I don't think right now we may be as equipped as we need to be with primary care doctors, but that may be a consequence we have to look at down the road. But I know this, if doctors feel like they can practice medicine and not have to arm wrestle insurance companies all the time, I have to believe more people are going to be interested in practicing medicine. Because a lot of doctors right now are very unhappy with how constrained they feel in the way that the payment systems work now. Well, I think what happened, honestly, is that the president didn't want to put a plan out there because he knew it'd be a piñata. So he wanted the health care legislation to grow organically in Congress. And when he did that, then it allowed that vacuum to be filled with misinformation. And the House bill was the first bill out. So the opponents of health care reform began trying to dissect that bill and got a lot of misinformation out there. And that's what the internet kind of focused on, and it was the talking points on Fox and so forth, that this was all the stuff in this bill. And then everyone kind of forgot that, first of all, it was one bill out of 5, and we are a long way from any bill that anybody's going to vote on, and they completely ignored the fact that, and I've had people angry at me, well, have you read the bill? And I said, well, no, I won't vote on that bill. I'll vote on the Senate bill. I'm going to read the Senate bill. So I just think it was people not realizing that we were early in the process and that was just one proposal out of many proposals.
Hey, Claire, I think at one point I heard you say quietly up there, you guys may go down as the most impolite yet. Did they?
And it's close. Okay. There were clearly a lot of people here that were more interested in disrupting and showing their anger than listening or having any kind of discourse. But that's okay. We have this great, big, giant, healthy First Amendment in this country. I feel for the people who come that want to listen, that can't, when people start screaming out, and it is bad manners. And by the way, I don't think it's particularly persuasive. I don't think being the loudest doesn't make you right, and it generally doesn't work very well in terms of convincing other people. But they have a right to do it, and I respect their right to do it. And there were moments of did you notice there were times it was very quiet, and I got the sense maybe people actually were learning some things they didn't know. If you ask the Republican senators what senator they wanted to work with in finding common ground and getting legislation done, the vast majority would say that Ted Kennedy was their favorite. So I was surprised when I went to the Senate, and I realized that why he may have some positions on issues I disagreed with, what he was really remarkable at doing was finding that compromise, driving that negotiation. And time again in his career, he's done it. That's why the Republicans have so much respect for him, and that's why he'll be missed. Because at the end of the day, we only pass things after we compromise and negotiate.